What up, beaches? 900 the ACC's in the motherfucking house. Make sure you come on and hit the like button, mash the share button, spread the word. Papa Swole's going shalive shaleezy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Drop that gorilla emoji. More, you fuckers. Let's go. Drop your favorite emojis in the comments below. Let's do this. Let's do this. No mercy, you sluts. You fitness whores. Fat beats. Dropping the fat beats. Dropping the fat beats in the motherfucking house. Ow! Bow, chicka, bow. Dropping bombs. Dropping bombs. We are about to get started. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Papa Swole in the motherfucking house. Papa Swole in the motherfucking house. Papa Swole in the motherfucking house, beesh. It's Papa Swole. It's Papa Swole. It's how Papa Swole motherfucking rolls, bitch. Uh-huh. Oh. Young Swole in the house. Anyone who shows up live already and then bails, you fucking pussy. We're getting started. Bam. Yeah. Please. Fitness without the bullshit.
The sun is shining. The birds are
Come on.
The bacon
Fucking
is
get it.
sizzling.
Ready to rest.
Welcome
Come on.
to the
Come on.
Daily
Get
Swole.
it. Testing. Fucking testing. Testing. Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 916 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, slaycast, taintcast, mancast, beardcast, coffeecast, Thursdaycast, and nutritioncast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our fucking biceps. What is up, beaches? Welcome to episode 916. And Papa Swole's got that light glaring, holy exposure. Come on now. Look at that. I'm like all whited out over here. It's all good. It's all good. I don't mind looking extra sexy for you. It's okay. I don't mind. Let's see what we got here. We're good. And we're good. We're good. Coffee is on point. Yes. Yes, I just did a workout. I just got back from the workout, so I'm still kind of amped up. And what better post-workout than having coffee? What better post-workout than having coffee? I do the opposite of what everyone does. You guys are all doing coffee pre-workout. Papa Swole, I wind things down with a cup of joe. Some nice black goodness. Some fucking oil. That's what Papa Swole is doing. That's how I'm prepping my evening. I'm primed. Papa Swole is primed. The gain train is primed. What is going on, team? What'd you train today? Thank you for joining me live. Those of you that are on Instagram, Shitstagram, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, all that good stuff. There we go. I'm getting in a good habit on Instagram, posting what the title of the episode is. It's just hard to pin the damn comment. Instagram fucking hates it when I try to pin shit. Anyway, 916, bring forth thy nukes of knowledge. I shall drop the knowledge cock across your chin. Casey, don't you worry. It's awkward, I know, but in theory it sounds good. And it's going to be slimy and sloppy and sweaty and salty, but you're going to love it. You're going to fucking love it. Just fucking with you. No, I'm not. I'm serious. What's going on, Mike? Shane, hello, everyone. To the show. Nutrition style is what we're going to talk about today. We are coming up on it. We're coming up on the nutrition masterclass. I know everyone that's already in Swolenormous X is super fucking stoked for that. I know you're stoked. I know you're excited. I'm really amped up for Saturday. If you're in the wind about it, I don't understand anyone that might be watching this show that isn't going to be there on Saturday. It's going to be fucking lit. It's going to be great. You guys think I do presentation? Oh, wait. It makes the Daily Swole look like fucking preschool. It's going to be so on point. It's going to be very tactical. And today we're just going to ramp up into it. We're going to talk a little bit about different nutrition styles. We're going to talk about different eating habits, and why they could be good, why they could be bad, why you need to customize your own nutrition. This whole week, we've been going hammer on nutrition, going really hard on it, but trying to really drive home the point that nutrition is yours. You got to make nutrition yours. I think we can all agree on that. There is a lot of follow the leader in fitness. There's a lot of follow the leader with nutrition. There's a lot of, oh, this person says this, let me do that. This person does this, let me do that. This person said this is bad, let me listen to them. It's okay. It's okay to take advice. It's okay to get guidance. It's okay to get a heads up. It's okay to get direction. It's okay to get a starting point. But you don't have to be rigid about it. You don't have to have that rigidity. You don't have to have that stiffness in your life. You don't have to have that A plus B equals C with everything. I've been sharing a bunch of like private messages on my Instagram story. Those of you that are commenting in the feed and send me messages, of course, I'm not, really naming any names unless it's a public comment, but I've been sharing a bunch of those, people that are taking control of their nutrition, people that are making a difference, making a change. Like, I've been listening to you for a while and I overhauled my nutrition. I really got my shit together. Thank you so much for driving home these knowledge nukes and shit like that. So I am very blessed to be here. I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to share my knowledge, to share what I know, to share my perspective, which is really what it is. It's my experience. It's my education. But it's my experience, because knowledge only goes so far. Information is just that. It's just information. It's just text on a screen. It's just data points, right? Eat these foods, don't eat these foods, eat this amount, don't eat this amount, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a lot of experience. There's a lot of variability in each person's life. And when I talk about nutrition style, it's really about nutrient timing as well. So when you're choosing a diet program, when you're choosing a specific approach, I want you to think of it really as it is. I want you to think of it as a pursuit, a path you're going down. Don't think of it as you're signing a contract with the team. That's what I still get that vibe from all over the fitness industry, that we have these teams, right? You have the CrossFit team, you have the bodybuilding team, you have the HIIT training team, you have the Zumba team, right? You have the vegan team, you have the paleo team, you have the keto team. Everyone's got a flag flying. Everyone's got a social group. Everyone has like a clique. It's like fucking high school. Is it not? The fitness industry is just like high school. How you have people that just, look at those people over there. Yeah, they're not cool. Let's not hang out with them. It's really just like whiny, bitchy high school. People that are just pointing fingers. He's wrong. Look at this stupid shit. Listen to this asshole, this, that, and the other. The fundamental problem is assuming that there's one right answer. And I've beaten this into the ground, but not everyone is listening to every single episode. So a lot of what we talk about on the show is repetitive. We're coding over it. A lot of this stuff is coats of paint, but every time we discuss these topics, we're all different people. And that's what makes this show so dynamic, is because every time we dig up a topic, every time we address a topic, we are all at a different point in our lives. We're all learning different things and we have different perspective. As we learn more and as we experience more, you see more of this truth in your own training. So what I want to know right now, those of you that have been doing elimination, those of you that have been approaching elimination, those of you that have been approaching your fitness from this foundational perspective that I talk about, right? Those of you that have been approaching your nutrition by getting rid of some of the foods, trying to reset, those of you that have been doing this, what has been the biggest game changer for you? When did you experience that shift where you're like, oh my God, this works. This is legit. Because it sounds kind of weird, right? It sounds weird. I mean, I can discover what foods work best for me. I can discover that. I can actually make that happen myself. I don't have to follow a plan that's in a book or in a blog. Like, how many of you have had that shift where you realize, oh my goodness, I eliminated this food and I feel better. Like, I literally feel better. It's not in my head. I stopped eating something and I look better. I feel better. Like, this actually works. Most people approach their food, what should I eat? Papa Swolio, what should I eat? And I had this comment on an Instagram post just a little while ago. And someone commented, what are 5 foods that, what are the 5 foods that are best? What are the best foods? And there was no context, like what foods are best? And I fucking hate those questions. I hate that actual description. I hate the word best because there is no best. And the issue with asking what foods are best is because the issue with that is, one, there is no best food, but also you're asking for an answer to the wrong question. You're asking the wrong question. And there aren't bad questions, right? There aren't stupid questions, but most of you are asking the wrong questions. You're looking for an answer to the wrong question. And that's what I want you to think about today. You're looking for an answer for the wrong question. What are the best foods to eat? What should I be eating? Wherein you should actually be approaching your food by what the fuck should I be getting rid of? What am I eating that's hurting me? Not what the best food to eat is, but what should I be cutting out? Because you're surviving, you're living. I'm sure all of you are eating some kind of protein, you're eating some kind of carbohydrates, and of course, you should be eating good foods, and that's part of it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be pursuing good foods, but most people are looking for what to add. What should I be eating? What should I be adding to my diet? Do I need a protein shake? What's the best protein supplement to take? What's the best supplement? What are your thoughts on supplements? What are your thoughts on pre-workout, post-workout? What protein powder should I be taking? Protein bars, how much? Everyone's looking for what to add when really you got to be looking at what to take away. What should you be taking away? What should you be eliminating? And that's fundamental. That's a whole different question. That's a whole different answer. But really, once you look at your nutrition in that sense, everything changes. Because you're the gatekeeper, right? You're the gatekeeper. You are the one that stands at the door and blocks food from coming in or allows food to come in. You're the one that makes that choice. You're the one that makes a choice, either letting food pass, or you could be Gandalf. You shall not pass. Not going in my mouth. Most of you don't guard the gate very well. You just let shit in. You just fucking put those dirty dicks in your mouth. Not good. Not good stuff. Not good stuff. What are you consuming that you should be taking away? Thus is the reason why the elimination process is important. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes some time. But that is the answer to your question. And in many cases, you don't even know to ask that question. That's why I'm here. That's why I talk about it so often. Because on the off chance that someone comes across one of my podcasts, I want to make sure that I'm talking about this and I'm hammering it every fucking day because it's extremely important. It's going to sound like a broken record at times, but it's extremely important. And even those of you that know this already, you have to reinforce this. You have to remember that this is the fundamental base of how you approach your nutrition. The problem with what to remove is the question, where do I start? That's the easiest fucking part. That's the easiest part. What do you think? Let's use some common fucking sense, everyone. Let's use some common sense. What do you think Drop in the comments. I'm not even going to say anything. I want to know what you say. What do you think people should not be eating? If I were to tell the average person, and I know you weren't asking like in terms of yourself, you're just posing that question. What do you think you should not be eating? What are foods that people shouldn't be eating? Or how about this, even better? What are some of the foods that people should start cutting out to see? Remember, the elimination is not get rid of these foods forever. You're never eating this stuff again. It's a period of time in which you are testing, you are experimenting to see how your body reacts to foods. That is what the elimination is all about. That is what this process is all about. It's not about you're never going to have pizza again, which you probably shouldn't, but it's not you're never going to have a drink again. You're never going to have a glass of wine again. That's not what this is. That's absolutely that's not at all what this is. It's to see what your body is allergic to and what your body responds best to. 90% of what's in the grocery store got to go. No argument there. It might even be much higher than 90%. I would probably say 95, to be honest. There's a lot of shit in the supermarket. Dairy. Yeah, sugar. We got some other comments. Yeah, sugar, beer. All those things are things that you should be getting rid of. Fundamentally, anything that comes in a bag or a box, well stated, packaged shit, sugar, too much fruit, juice, milk, all of those things. And you've heard this before. Anyone that doesn't think or doesn't know or says, oh, I don't know what to eat, I don't know what to eat. Do you understand how lazy that is? Nowadays, it's 2018. It's about to be 2019. For you to say, I don't know what to eat, I don't know what I should be eating, there's so many options, there's so many people saying different things, that is the laziest fucking attitude. That is the laziest fucking approach to nutrition. What that tells me is that you didn't take 5 minutes out of your life and Google it. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of articles, of websites, of pictures. There's so many things that will just tell you instantly what we just discussed right there. Get rid of sodas. Get rid of breads and processed carbohydrates. Get rid of alcohol. Get rid of dairy and all processed dairy. Get rid of these things. It's extremely easy. You type in what are common inflammatory foods and you'll just get fucking results. You'll get more results than you could ever go through. So whenever I mention inflammatory food, I know a lot of you, hey, you want my opinion on it, and I'll tell you some of the common ones. But no fucking joke, most of you are just so fucking lazy. You don't even pick up the phone, do a Google search. What's an inflammatory food? It takes a couple seconds. Even if you spell the fucking thing wrong, Google will fix it for you. Google will be like, pat you on the head, be like, it's okay. I'll take care of this for you. I'll even spell it correctly for you. It was like, did you mean inflammatory food? You're like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. It will tell you. And I'm not calling you an idiot. And that's, really to your face. But honestly, there's so much laziness and entitlement as if you're supposed to just be granted you're just supposed to be in shape. You're supposed to look good. You're supposed to look a certain way. Well, people don't even know what inflammation is. I'm telling you, after I say it, people are asking me like, well, what are some good foods to eat? What are some inflammatory foods? Fucking Google it. I have 915 episodes. I'm putting in the work. Are you? Google it. Do a little fucking search. Put a little effort in. This is what I've been talking about during the week about lazy questions, right? The question you ask and the type of question that you ask tells me a lot about your intent. It tells me a lot about your interest in your body. It gives me a lot of information. It gives me a lot of feedback. What's the best thing to eat? The laziest question on earth. Lazy as fuck. Lazy, 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 lazy. A worthless question. Can't even waste my time with that. What's the best food to eat? It's the mental approach. It's the fundamental entitlement. It's this concept that fitness is easy. It's this concept that there is a road to success, that there is a one path that someone knows, oh, this is the way, that calorie counting. Like there's all these different methods. Okay. We know that there's different methods and we know that there's different people that have different levels of success. What isn't discussed enough is I want to word it properly. the self-investment, right? Taking responsibility, but that self-investment to pursue and to always do better. It's like we're taught in school just to spit back information. So I think after we graduate, right, from middle school, from high school, from college, because all of our testing in this country, school is a fucking joke. School's degree, it's a fucking joke. We're just taught to spit back information. So we're not taught to how to pursue knowledge. We're taught that there is an answer, right? We're taught that there is a yes or no. We're taught that there is a correct answer and a wrong answer. That's not how life works. So we're trained our entire life the opposite of how life actually works, right? We're taught static information that doesn't actually teach us how to pursue knowledge. So education system really just fucks us over and weakens us mentally and emotionally. We have to pursue our nutrition and we have to pursue our fitness with the understanding that we don't have the answer. We don't have the answer. So you have to take that stock in yourself and invest the time and invest the effort. There has to be that willingness to pursue information. And there's a lot of it out there. The answers are out there. Now, you might not find exactly in list form, oh, do this, 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 and this. Well, you could start, like I mentioned before, you can start a nutrition plan and it might work well for you. It might work decent for you, or it might not work at all from you. But if you fail, it's a lesson, right? A failure is not a failure in itself. A failure is you found something that didn't work. Now you can move on to something else that may work. But most people just give up. Oh, I tried something. Oh, I tried this, but it didn't work. Oh, I tried keto. And okay, so what? So you lost 80 pounds and now you have 20 more to lose. Okay, yeah. You're not doing everything right then. You haven't figured it out yet. It's okay. It's okay. There's this feeling that you're supposed to keep on seeing results. If you start to see results, it's supposed to keep on working. There's this feeling and this assumption that it's supposed to be easy. It's hard. It's hard to schedule your fucking life. It's hard to schedule your meal prep before work and after work. It's hard to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's never easy. It's never glamorous. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to not work. It's the opposite. You have to switch. When you switch your mindset, things make a lot more sense and you don't stress out about it. And when you're stressed, you're going to store more fat. When you're stressed, you're going to fall off because you're going to give up easier. If you go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to do this and get results, chances are you're going to be disappointed. Chances are you're not going to like the outcome because it's not going to be what you were told it was going to be. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. It didn't work out for you. Fuck you. What right do you have to have it work? Like why do you deserve to have it work? If you go into it, I'm not saying be pessimistic. Be optimistic, but understand that chances are it's not going to work. Chances are it's not going to work. In other words, nothing is guaranteed. Because you're trying a different nutrition strategy, it doesn't guarantee success. And if it doesn't guarantee success and it ends up in failure, that doesn't mean that you are a failure. That doesn't mean that, oh, you're never going to make it happen. It's never going to work for you. It just means that what you didn't work. Either you didn't do it long enough, you didn't do it hard enough, or that style wasn't appropriate for you. Raw vegan didn't work. Carnivore didn't work. Keto didn't work. Okay, fine. That's why my approach, I'm not saying it's the best. I think it's the most logical. I think it's the most appropriate. I think it's the least, categorizing. I'm not planting a flag on anything. I'm not saying that keto is the best way. I'm not saying that paleo is the best way, or I'm not saying that vegan is the best way. There are different options, but I think that there's a fundamental spread, or there are fundamental foods that are going to be right for an individual. First off, we know 999 times out of 1,000 things like sugar, and they are going to fuck people up. All right. It's extra calories. It's empty calories. It's insulin roller coaster. It's stress on the body. It's inflammatory causing. There's problems. Okay. So for most people, you can start there. You can get rid of that shit. When it comes to legumes, when it comes to kale, when it comes to grass-fed beef or eggs or fish or those things, Yeah, some people have noticeable issues when they eat low quality meat versus grass fed beef. For example, there are some people that have fucked up issues because they're eating poisoned chicken all the time and poisoned beef. And when they eat grass fed beef, they actually don't have problems. But people have issues with grain fed beef and then they demonize all meat. And I went vegan because this didn't work for me. There are a lot of subtleties that have great impacts on some people. Some people break out in rashes when they have, run-of-the-mill caged chicken, for example. But when they go for higher quality meats, they don't have that issue. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because the quality of the food that you eat makes a difference. It comes down to what you're consuming. And there has to be that pursuit. You have to try things. Okay? You have to leave ethics and morals and, I don't want to eat something that, has life, the sentient beings and all those fucking arguments. I get it. At the same time, we've evolved to consume meat. You can't convince me otherwise. I don't think it makes sense. We're not meant to just eat fucking grass and grains and beans and rice. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense from an evolutionary standpoint, and most evolutionary biologists would 100% agree that's how we made it here today. Now, I'm not saying you have to be pounding it 7 times a day, but it's important to get all of your nutrients in. It's important to have an open mind, okay? And the human psyche gets in the way of most applications. When you start applying things, the brain gets in the way. We just talked about how the brain and how you approach your nutrition, how you approach your training, how you approach your health can seem completely different depending on where your brain is coming from. Are you thinking about what you need to be adding, or are you thinking about what you need to be taking away? Are you thinking about the short-term result, or are you thinking about long-term health? Usually when you shift your focus and you shift your priorities, you end up getting what you want because you're doing it for the right reasons. Those of you that are looking for a superficial end are going to cut corners. You're going to look for that supplement. You're going to look for that crash diet. You're going to try to lose that 10 pounds before you go on a fucking cruise in 2 months, some stupid shit like that. Those things usually don't work. You're going to try to lose 10 pounds for this event. You're going to gain 20 pounds that fucking weekend by binge eating and stuff. So what's the point? So there's all of these different factors of things that we say and things that we do. Our actions aligning with our words or really lack thereof. Most people just talk a big game, say they want things and do the opposite. Oh, but I'm addicted to food. And then we blame it on, people at work, we blame it on our family, weakness, just personality weaknesses, right? So we're not guaranteed results. And there's many different ways to success. So whether you want to try any specific eating plan, whatever you want to try, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If you've always been wondering and curious, hey, I wonder what it's like to be a vegan. Well, instead of wondering, why don't you try it? You also have to understand how that transition period works. It's not just, I'm going to eat these foods and I'm going to get great results. There is a transitionary period where your body and your gut biome is going to revolt, is going to be not ill-equipped to handle the new nutrients and the new foods that are coming into play. Not to mention all these genetic factors that we don't know or understand completely yet. There are certain genetic factors that will allow us to process certain nutrients better than other people. And that's another reason why some people might seem to handle certain nutritional habits better than others. Some people are more resilient. Some people have better immune systems and immune responses, and some people have weaker ones. We already know that we all look different. All right. We're different skin colors, different heights, different facial features, different muscle insertions. We're very similar, but we're also very, very different. And to assume that we're any less different on the inside is absolutely fucking ludicrous. If anything, we are 1,000 times more different internally than we are externally. For all our external features, can you imagine all the different combinations of gut bacteria and all the different ratios of all the different thousands of different kinds of bacteria and stuff that's way above my scientific understanding, all the different types of bacteria and, species in our system, all those different ratios, all those different combinations and that all interacts with our genetics, with our lifestyle habits, with our environment. So we have all these different variables that we can't even account for. You can't account for all the different bacterial profiles when you do scientific tests. You can't even account for that when you just have a conversation. You can't just look in your body like, oh, I got this percentage of this bacteria and this bacteria. Your body is going to adapt the best it can to whatever you're doing with it. Whether you are vegan, whether you're paleo, whether you're keto, whether you're carnivore, your body is going to do its best to adapt to what you're feeding it. It's a survival organism. It's the approach. It's the approach. It's your willingness to try things. It's your willingness to pursue health. It's your willingness to put that as a priority. It's your willingness to sacrifice other things for your health, to invest. If it costs more money for food that's a higher quality, well, where can you pull money from? Where can you stop wasting money on other things? You can stop fucking watching Netflix. You can stop buying bullshit you don't need on Amazon. You can definitely save money by not going out to eat, not going to the movies all the time. You know, you can save money. A lot of people complain about finances and how it's so much more expensive. Not when you prioritize it. If you prioritize it, you're getting better nutrients, you're getting better food quality, you're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have a better life, you're going to be more productive. It's a pursuit of taking care of your body. And I think a lot of people just don't want to admit to themselves that they just don't give a fuck about their body and that they're consciously making a bad decision. They're consciously hurting themselves. It's not an easy thing to admit. That's why my content, when I say, oh, you're fat, that's why those videos, the Truth Hurts videos, that's why those videos push a button, because it turns the lens. It turns the camera on the person watching the video, and it puts responsibility on themselves for their situation. A lot of people don't like to hear that. They get offended and they lash out. That's fine. That's fine. That says a lot more about them than it does about me. If someone gets offended by it, that means it's true. If they get upset, that means it's true. They're in denial. The truth is the truth, and the truth wins. And we know this, right? And the truth can hurt. But if it does hurt, the question is not, or I guess the question is, why does it hurt? Why does it hurt? That's subjective. That's a subjective response. If the truth hurts, it's because that person's allowing it to hurt. The way that person is processing the information. They're internalizing it. They take it as an attack because they know that they've failed themselves and that they have done this to themselves. I say these things to shake up the pot. I want you to realize that you have control over making those changes. So when we approach our fitness, when we approach our nutrition and our nutrition style, whether it's intermittent fasting, whether it's a specific type of eating plan, it's important to understand what we're adding. More importantly, what we are removing, what we are taking away. And, really, it's that transitionary period. A lot of times we'll change our habits drastically. We'll change our habits drastically and then wonder why we had a crazy reaction, wonder why our stomach hurts, wonder why we feel uncomfortable when we do a drastic 180-degree shift from what we've been eating our entire lives. It's important to toughen up. Yeah. It is the pussification. Everyone is getting very, very weak. Everyone needs an arm around their shoulder. And I think everyone here understands that when we start eliminating foods, we start taking control of our health and our fitness, that you can't peg any one of us. You can't put us in a camp. You're not going to call us by any flag or by any religion. Because when your religion is the pursuit of your health and your fitness foundationally, then all bets are off. Then the world is your oyster, so to speak. And it gives you the opportunity to really pursue what is best for you. If you pigeonhole yourself to one specific style of eating, that might not be good for you. Yet you're going to keep on ramming your head into this fucking wall, and you're going to keep on hitting those plateaus. You're going to keep on having those struggles with bloating because fundamentally, that style of eating is not best for you. For whatever reason, it's not optimal for you. And it's not important really what the reason is. You don't have to get super, super scientific. There are too many people out there that are really getting too fucking granular. Too specific for the fucking details. Whatever happened to just observing the reaction? Whatever happened to real science, just observing what happens? You don't need to know the chemical process of what the fuck is going on. Does it feel good or does it feel bad? Does your stomach hurt? Do you feel bloated or do you feel great? And then think about it. Keep a diary, keep a journal, like log it down. What is actually going on? Listening to your body. Your body responds to everything. Your body reacts to everything. If you feel groggy and you feel bloated, it's not a mystery. It's not fucking magic. There's a reason. Either you're tired, not getting good sleep, you're eating a food that is stressing your body out. There's a reason why you feel that way. It's not normal. To crash in the afternoon? No, it's not normal. It's normal if you're stressed because you're unhappy with your life. It's normal if you're chronically sleep deprived. It's normal if you're crashing because you're on a sugar roller coaster. Then that becomes your new normal. And we, instead of figuring out what the actual problem is, we just roll with it. Oh, I'm struggling, so we just drink more caffeine and more coffee in the afternoon. We just take a pre-workout instead. There's a reason why you feel that way. And it's important that you care about your body enough to figure out why. And I think it's good. I think it's powerful. I think it's powerful, the fact that you have the responsibility and you have the ability to do that. Okay? So yeah, let me read a couple comments. Will you go over anything to help with back pain in your problem, Swole? Back pain? Where the fuck did that question come from? Yeah, we've been talking about glute. Last week, we crushed glutes. Go listen to the previous episodes. Last week, glute activation. We had a glute activation masterclass in Swolenormous X. We talk about that all the time. We crushed that last week. So that's not the topic today. Junk food doesn't hurt until the person gains weight or shows signs of symptoms. Well, it shows right away. People just ignore it. And especially if they're eating junk food all the time, you're not going to notice it as much because your body is calcified, essentially, building up calluses inside the intestines and swelling. And it's just cumulative. Your body stops sending those pain signals because it's just, what's it going to do? Send you chronic pain signals? After a while, it's going to try to adapt. And it realizes when you don't respond to that, it adapts. It does its best to adapt. That's what diabetes is. Diabetes is your body's failure to adapt long term. Eventually, your body just can't fucking do the job anymore and adapt, and it just becomes non-responsive. That's essentially what happens long term. It becomes non-responsive, and most of the country is at risk for this shit. Most of the country is obese. Most of the country is overweight, and most of the country is obese. Okay? I know what the government standards are and the percentages, and that's the average standard. I look at it from, if you're not in shape, you're fucking overweight. If you're not healthy, you're not healthy. It's simple. So it's a lot more serious than what the government standards are, because the average American and the average BMI is not really healthy in reality. You know, it makes us feel better, but it's getting to the point where we can't cover it up anymore. We can't hide from it. And this is going to be a huge part of the economic collapse that's coming. This is going to be a huge part of it. Not just the student loan debt, but it's also going to be the medical costs and the fucking health care and diabetes. It's going to be, I mean, it's crushing. It's going to happen the next 5 years probably. It's going to be a fucking Great Depression. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. But we'll see what happens. But you have to look out for yourself. It's nice. It's nice to care for other people. It's nice to say it. But information isn't valuable. All right? Don't you understand? Everything, like what I'm saying it doesn't mean shit. What I'm saying doesn't mean shit unless you do something with it. And I'm talking in broad strokes right now. I'm not getting extremely tactical with today's episode, but conceptually, it doesn't make a difference what you look at online. It doesn't make a difference who says what. It doesn't make a difference what study you read. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you are doing something with that information. Information in a book just stays in the fucking book. You can read it. Cool. Are you applying? Are you applying the information? Are you applying the knowledge? I appreciate your attention. I appreciate you listening to the podcast and joining live. Some of you are literally putting this into work, and that's why, we have such a tight-knit community, because those of you that are actually putting this stuff in, you're putting the boots on the ground, you're getting results, and you understand of what I'm talking about. And a lot of my content comes across as aggressive, and I slap you across the face. I say, stop being a fat fuck, do this, or you're going to die. Yeah, I'm not filtered because I don't answer to anyone. I don't have anyone that's going to fire me. So I don't give a shit what I say. I'll say whatever the fuck I need to get my point across, to shake you up, right? To wake you up out of this zombie-like state of just going through your life and feeling like you're a slave. You're not a slave. You don't have to buy things that you don't want to buy. You don't have to eat things you don't want to eat. When someone offers you something, you don't have to be polite. You can say, no thanks, I don't want it. It's like, oh, just have a bite. No, I don't fucking want it. I just said no. Are you fucking deaf? And if they keep on harassing you, and that's a big deal, you need to find new people to hang out with. No one pushes me around. No one forces me to eat anything. I will make my own decisions. If I don't want to eat something and I'm at a dinner, then I don't eat it. I don't care if I'm offending someone. That's their problem. I will eat what I want to. Like, these are issues that people have. These are issues that people actually fucking have in their life. Oh, my family doesn't support me. They give me shit for this. Fuck them. Just because you came out of the same vagina, you have to fucking abide by everything they say. Give me a break. Just because they are your family doesn't mean you need to fucking follow every damn wish that they have. You don't have to eat the food if you don't want to. If they make the food and you don't buy the food, then get a job, make money, and buy your own fucking food, or move out. Like, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to get yours. If you're not happy with your fitness, then then what's the alternative, right? What is the alternative? I said it was yesterday or the day before. Bottom line, did the food go into your mouth or not? What went into your mouth? Was it good stuff or was it bad stuff? Every time you eat, the simple thing to do every time you eat is ask yourself, how is this helping me? How is this helping me? How is this improving my life? How is this assisting me? How is this helping me? And if you can't answer that, if you don't know how it's helping you, then maybe you shouldn't be eating it. Maybe you shouldn't be putting it in your mouth. Colton Cook, no, I don't want your diabetes flavored donuts. I like that one. Here for the company, not the food, Dania. Yeah. If they want to spend time with you, it's not whether or not you're consuming. People just love to hang around food. I don't know what it is about food. It's like, hey, let's get together and eat. It's a weird thing when you think about it. It's weird. Like, we all have to hang around and just eat food together. Well, how is that hanging out? Strange. Human beings are weird. Fuck excuses, work hard, eat healthy, treat people fair, and be humble. That's pretty simple. Yeah, simple. Well, simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, right? And like I'm saying with the elimination diet, it's not necessarily easy. Like, you're going to feel cravings. I'm not saying that you're not going to crave the food that you used to eat. Okay, well, that's what addictions do. That's what the bacteria in your gut are signaling the brain. Like, we want more carbs, we want more carbs, we want more soda, we want more sugar, we want more sugar. Your body is used to that dopamine release. Your body is used to that insulin spike. Your body is used to those foods. Your body is used to those flavors and those textures. All of a sudden, salad tastes really bland. Oh, it has no taste, has no flavor. Fuck that. You'd be getting hyper stimulated your entire life with red 40 and yellow 5 and all that shit. That's why real food doesn't have enough flavor for you. It's because you've been fucking sucking down chemicals for 30 years. It's not that complicated. How many ingredients does your food have? When's the last time you had a bag of chips? Has 15 fucking ingredients, vegetable oils, things that are fucking up your arteries. We're not meant to consume that stuff. We're creating it in a factory. I think if people actually saw how these things were made and actually visited these factories, they'd probably throw up when they saw like a oil being like, churned up. Like people get grossed out by that shit. We just accept it. We just accept it and eat it. Like, oh, it's in a bag. Oh, it's on a shelf. Oh, it's on sale, 2 for $5. It's fucking poison. It's garbage. It's crap. You don't find that in nature for a reason because it doesn't grow. We're manipulating shit. And I'm not to say if you have that one time, look, okay, well, you only live once. It's not going to kill you. Everything in moderation. Pussies say that. Pussies say average, everything in moderation. That's the weakest way out. I hate that. Everything in moderation. Fuck that. That's a lie. That's a lie. Everything in moderation is a fucking lie. That's an excuse. That's the oldest excuse in the book. You only live once. That's a, you can say that about everything. Everyone's going to die someday. These are just very escapist terms. Like these are just blanket excuses that you can say and you can't argue it, right? You only live once. Okay. We're all going to die someday. Okay. Everything in moderation. What does that mean? What does everything in moderation mean? How subjective is that? Everything in moderation. How subjective is that? What does that mean? Only one piece of pizza, everything in moderation. Okay. I'll just take a bump of Coke. I'll just take just one line. Everything in moderation. Like, is that what we're trying to do? Just a little bit of meth. Everything in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you draw the line with that? 1 piece of pizza? For some people, moderation might mean 3 pieces of pizza. For some people, it might mean pizza and ice cream once a week. Look, I don't care if you want to have a cheat meal. I don't care. If you ask me, I'm going to say, why do you think you deserve one? I'm going to come at you hard with it. It doesn't mean that I never have anything aside from what I normally eat. I rarely do. But if I do, it's not going to make much of a fucking difference because I'm super strict and I'm not strict because I'm trying to like deprive myself. I'm not like a fitness fucking monk. Like, oh, I can't eat anything bad because everyone's going to look at me and be like, oh my God, Papa Swole ate that. I'll smoke a cigar if I want a cigar. I'll have a beer if I want a fucking beer. There's just 12 beers in the fridge. I just haven't consumed one in months because I just look at them and I just don't have a craving for it. I don't want one. I don't want one. I'll do it when I feel like it. Because if I feel like it, there's probably a reason for it. And do I deserve it? I don't think of it that way. I do it if I want to, but if you understand the consequences and you understand what's going to happen, like for example, if I have a beer, I'm not going to be fucking crazy bloated. That's not how my body reacts. I'm not going to wake up with a fucking headache because I had a beer. I'm not going to feel like absolute shit. I might not feel amazing. I just know it's not like going to really help me, so I just, But if I have one, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. Some people, they might have a real bad reaction. You might have a real issue. A lot of times I'll have a glass of wine, I'll have a headache, and I'll fucking feel like shitty the next day. Maybe it's a sulfites. I don't know. Whatever. Okay? The thing is, when you start eating properly and you really pay attention to your body, all you're doing is you learn the consequences of your actions. If you know what foods are the best for you, and you know what foods fuck you up, you know what decisions to make when you are out and about. If you're on vacation. If you're on vacation somewhere, I don't think you're going to want to have ice cream if you know you're going to have the shits. Am I wrong? If you know, oh, if I have a little ice cream, I'll be fine, then if you're on vacation, then fucking have a little ice cream. Like, what do I care? You're not hurting my feelings. It's your life. But for those of you that are struggling with your weight loss, you're trying to improve your life and you're trying to figure out, what do I need to do? I'm going to tell you like it is. You want to figure it out, do it right. Don't half-ass this shit. Don't fucking everything in moderation. If you're going to approach your nutrition, do it the right way. You can't approach a new way of living. You can't approach nutrition kind of 1 foot in the door, half pregnant. It's not going to work. Your body doesn't react like that. Your body is going to defend itself and try to stick to its habits as much as it can. So you have to be strong. You have to have willpower. And most people don't. Most people don't because we're not taught that. We're given a lot of things. We're soft. We're soft in this fucking country. Super soft. We're super soft. We get too many fucking hugs. We get too much support. We don't have enough challenge. Real challenge. right? Like looking for water, hunting for food. We just get shit that we want in 2 days on Amazon, 1 day sometimes. Flex Plum, dairy cripples me ever since I did the elimination diet. Well, good. And here's the thing. Now you know that dairy cripples you. So now you can make decisions wherever you are, whenever you are. And that's why the elimination diet is super important. Because you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm off my diet. What do I do? People that do a diet plan, people that do a fucking diet plan, whenever they're out or they're on vacation, they're at a restaurant, they're, what do? I don't know what to do. If someone isn't like holding their hand and telling them what to eat and how many calories, let me eat from the light menu. Fuck that shit. If you know what foods you react best to and worst to, you can look at the ingredients and look at what's there and make your choice. It's that simple. It teaches you not to be fucking glued to a damn scale. Ugh, that pisses me off. There we go. Take a couple questions. I think that's enough rage for today. What do you think? What do you guys think? It's good? It's good for a Thursday? Did I pop anyone's fucking cherry here? Did I shit in anyone's cereal? Did I hurt anyone's feelings? Fuck your feelings. So what do you suggest for people who are strapped for money, where the healthier food items are out of reach because of price? To be honest, a lot of things that are healthy aren't that expensive. Sweet potatoes are dirt cheap, and those are really good for most people. And then if you offset it with quality meats and stuff, like it's really, you're getting more nutrients. It depends on what you're buying now. Most people go for the cheap shit. What are you prioritizing? You know, what's your priority? You can complain about the money, or you can make better decisions. Like, you don't necessarily have to buy organic lettuce if you can't afford that. I get it. Lettuce is better than soda. You know, there's better fucking choices. White bread, Wonder Bread. You can use your $1.99 to get 3 pounds of fucking sweet potatoes. So there are a lot of excuses being made financially. You can get another job. I'm not saying go. I'm not insulting you. I know not everyone makes the same amount. I know there's different stresses for people. But a lot of people, look, I've had these conversations in messages where people said they didn't have money for it. And then I asked them, honestly, I said, well, let's talk about this. How much money do you have for food, and what are you buying? Okay. No, and this is just from my experience. So I don't know exactly what your personal situation is or who you're asking for, if you're just asking theoretically. But the foods that are listed that I usually get in the response, I'm like, you're not going to eat that anymore. So scratch that. You're not going to eat that anymore. Literally, this person had all the money they were going to spend on food and a clean slate, because all the foods they were buying, you're not going to be eating those anymore. You're getting more nutrients, more nutrient dense food. So even if you're buying, it seems less like you're buying less food, you're not eating as much of it because you're getting more nutrients. Now, if you're strapped for cash, maybe you're not going to be a professional bodybuilder. And maybe you're not going to gain 20 pounds of raw muscle and you're going to be really shredded. Maybe you just don't have the ability, the time, the effort. You have to, keep on going through your career and stuff like that. You have other things to work out first. Not everyone's destined to have an amazing physique. And that's subjective too, right? I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but not everyone is destined to have abs. Not everyone is destined to be shredded or 12% body fat. Not everyone has their life mapped that's going to lead to that. And that's just a fact. Not everyone becomes a professional basketball player. Not everyone becomes a famous singer. Not everyone becomes a famous artist. Not everyone makes $1 million. Like, most people don't get to that point in any respect. And I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's far from impossible. But there's no guarantee that that could even happen. Yeah, I mean, look, you're on Instagram, but there's a lot of comments on Facebook. Let's check this. Ground beef and turkey and chicken breast isn't expensive. Neither are potatoes. Ghee butter, MCT are less expensive than creamer for your coffee. For example, instead of going and buying coffee, you make it at home. You'll save a couple bucks a day. I go listen to episode 92 at least once a week. Swole takes Savage and sets the bar at a new height. Should I be posting like throwback episodes? Episode 92. I love it. Shane, I save money so much now. Coffee is amazing. Eating healthy will save you money in the long run. It will help you keep off the meds when you get older. That's why the long-term approach is really effective. So that's why, I mean, when I suggest for people, look, when people say that if healthy food is expensive, I usually go, and I think I even had this in my highlights on Instagram. You can check it out in the food nutrition section. Sweet potatoes are anywhere between 79, sometimes they're on sale. At my supermarket, sweet potatoes are on sale for 49 cents a pound sometimes. 79 cents a pound, $1, even if they're $1.29 a pound. Do you know how many fucking sweet potatoes you could buy? That's a lot. That's a lot. And you don't need tons and tons of protein. You don't need to be eating 3 pounds of fucking beef a day. You have some salad, you have your sweet potatoes, you have some grass-fed beef, and you have, like, you're drinking plenty of water. Like, you can be super fucking healthy and eat super fucking clean for not that expensive. Killa the Baptist, I had to get real with the client today about her nutrition. I felt like a dick. She was complaining of eating the same food all the time, and she was so close to quitting her weight loss goals. Let's see. After getting real with her, she decides she's going to stick to it. Well, sometimes you just got to slap people across the face. Sometimes you just got to slap people. Some people need an arm around the shoulder, and I get that. I'm not a big fan of the arm around the shoulder. I will in like more one-on-one conversations, but especially when I'm doing podcasts, I'm doing content. No, you got to go for the big slap. You got to go for the big dick slap. That's usually the most effective. Loving the rage tonight. The rage. Oh, did I wave at someone? Hello. When I can't afford organic, I have almost no money. I still buy vegetables, fruits, and lean meats. You do the best you can. You do the best you can, and, you know, I mean, how much better is organic? You can make that argument. There's some studies that show that it's better, and I think there's some studies that show that it's negligible. Who knows who's backing those studies? I don't know what the latest research on that is, but I think we can all agree that vegetables, fruits, and things like that, even if they're not organic, better choices than the Tostitos, the Doritos, the sodas. That's a no-brainer right there. That's really no-brainer. You can talk your ear off about GMO and stuff like that, but it's nothing. It's absolutely so much better. I walk down the chip aisle now and again, right? I walk down that aisle because it gets me to, you know, the section that I want to go in my supermarket. So I just cut through the middle. And I always observe, you know, have you noticed that usually wherever the sales are in the supermarket, it's always like where the cookies are, it's always where the chips, always 2 for $5. Those things are always on sale. You know why? Because they can pretty much almost give them away for free and still make a profit. They sell like Doritos. Like that bag, it's half empty, and I think it's like $4.29 or $4.79. Holy shit. People buy bags of Doritos and complain, oh, it's so expensive. $4.79? That's meat right there. That's like 4 or 5 pounds of sweet potatoes. People just make the most bullshit excuses. And the fattest, most unhealthy people in the supermarket have tons and tons of sodas and all that garbage. It's literally sugar water. There's almost more sugar than actual fluid in those fucking sugars. They're like hypersaturated with sugar. I appreciate, man. I do need to do a better self-financial assessment on prioritizing certain foods. Sure. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I'm not offended. I'm not saying that everyone has the means to just buy whatever in excess. Like, I get it. You know, things are, and that's the fucking, that's a huge problem. That the quote healthier food, now it's organic, when it should just be food. It shouldn't just be organic food, it should be food. But we're put in a situation where when you see two things next to each other, you see $2.79 and $4.79, you look at those prices, what do you want to do? You want to buy the cheaper one. Oh, it's a better deal. But is it? Is it really a better deal? Is it a better deal if this one's fucking you up and this one's helping you? And most people just look for the price. What's cheaper? Well, let me get this one. Well, that cheaper one are also subsidized by the government, so they're making 10 times as much on the cheaper one, and you're getting sicker. And the pharmaceutical companies, oh, they sell you their medication. It's a problem. It's a huge cyclical problem. And it's a really good system. It's a really good system to fuck over people. And, you know, we're exposing it slowly. People are learning, but that's why we're doing this. That's why I'm doing this. That's why we're talking about this right now, because I'm trying to... this isn't going to happen on big networks, right? This is going to happen like this. This is going to happen from the ground up. This is going to happen the way we're doing it, right? Different cells. I'm trying to, if every episode, if I just can convince or open up someone's mind, one fucking person, then it's worth it. I'll sit here every fucking day, and I do. One person, just kind of open, oh, you know what, so now a couple people that might look at their food a little differently, look at what they're putting in their cart differently. That's a huge change. One person at a time. One person at a time. That's it. That's all I can do. All I can do is just put out the content. I can put out the content. I could say these things. I don't have all the answers. I have some answers. I have some direction. I think I have a lot of good direction. I'm not trying to fluff my own pillow. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I can. All right. There are scientists that know more than me. There are people everywhere that know, but the important thing is to understand the approach. Once you get your mind right and you approach your fitness differently, you start asking the right questions. That's where this goes full circle with the whole episode. Full circle. If you're asking the right questions, then the answer is going to help you. Instead of saying, what should I be eating? Not the right question. You're going to get an answer, but it's not for you. You have to take that. You have to dig your teeth into that. And that's where the elimination process comes in. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. And of course, we're going to go into that hardcore on Saturday for the nutrition masterclass. So we're going to talk. I've been getting a lot more questions because I do talk about the elimination diet a lot, the elimination process, and I do give a lot of answers and we do talk about it a lot, but I want to go a little more tactical on it tomorrow on a Friday. But on Saturday is where we're really going to fucking the deets. We're going to really do the whole presentation shit. Sauerkraut is fucking amazing. God, I'm hungry. Fucking hungry. Papa Swole needs some fucking food. Recently started eating for results instead of taste, and now I'm seeing real results. Holy shit, Hayden, you the man. I want to repeat that one more time because that's really powerful. Remember how I always say food is a tool? Hayden Parsons on Instagram recently started eating for results instead of taste, and now I'm seeing real results. Wouldn't you fucking know it? You start eating for function, you eat food as a tool, and then you get results. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? No, it's not. It's not amazing. It's fucking facts. That's the truth. That's the truth. What do you want to accomplish? Do what it takes. End of story. You don't get it. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Just a heads up, Instagram's about to cut off. So I'm not going to restart the live cast on Instagram because it's going to, I don't know, it's going to cut off after an hour. So we got about 15 seconds. So this is about to end. But we'll wrap this up. So a couple more questions on Facebook, I'll answer them. So if you're on Instagram and you want to catch the tail end or the wrap up, just head on over to and Facebook or whatnot. Or I might restart it. We'll see. And it's over. Pause due to small connection. Fuck it. I'll start up here. People want to watch on Instagram, they'll watch on Instagram. Whatever. Okay. We'll stay for a couple more minutes. We're having some good conversation. I'll answer a couple questions. Love the kraut. Aaron loves the kraut. We eat to live. We don't live to eat. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Justin Guido, it does get easier. People that stay away from the junk stop caring about it. I don't care about the junk food. I just don't care about it. You're absolutely right. I don't fucking care about it. I don't crave it. I don't have that desire to eat all the time. I decided to come back, Instagram. I decided to come back. Yeah, once you cut out those foods and you get rid of those cravings, you don't have those cravings anymore. Like you scratch it from the record. Oh, sorry. Once you get rid of it and you just eliminate that from your realm, you just don't have those cravings. I don't have sugar cravings. I love watermelon. I love frozen grapes, but I love food. I mean, it's fruit. I don't eat it all the time. Well, but when I eat a watermelon, I'll have like fucking half of the whole watermelon. I'm like a dog that will eat until it throws up and eat some more with water. That's my favorite fruit. I fucking love watermelon. Anyway, but make it real. Make it real food. Make it real food. But also always pursue what's best for you. What's best for you. What's best for someone else might not work best for you. there are a lot of foods that I consume that members, in Swolenormous X, those of you that are in Swolenormous X and you see like the recipe archive, all my recipes and stuff, you'll eat those and you're like, wow, I feel awesome with that. I'm sure not everyone loves everything that I eat. That's fine. I just share with you what I consume. And for some people, it's going to work really, really well. But it's never at the expense of doing an elimination for yourself and really figuring out what foods are best for your body. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about the elimination diet. And that's really going to segue into Saturday's masterclass. So just a reminder before we get off here, today's Thursday, Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, live masterclass, Nutrition Fix Your Food Masterclass. So if you've been digging all this nutrition content, this is going to be child's play compared to the masterclass. So those of you that are Swolenormous X members will be going live Saturday, 2 p.m. in the private Facebook group and with the presentation, interactive Q&A. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to go over all these topics. I'm going to have the whole presentation up, streaming live. So if you want to hook into that, check it out, swolenormousx.com. You'll see the banners and all the details. You can click the banner. It'll give you more information. But Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Fix Your Food Masterclass. And if you're not a part of Swolenormous X, perfect time to join. And you can join with the basic membership, get a 7-day free trial, and hook in for this masterclass on Saturday. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Everyone loved last week's on the glute activation, and this one is going to be no different. If anything, it's going to be better. So it's going to be awesome. This is definitely your best content. Oh, this episode? Oh, any nutritional info? I get so fucking fired up because I like to just sink my teeth and attack all these different wrong perspectives. And it took me a while to get here. Honestly, I didn't start like this. I was dipping bread in water and eating cans of tuna fish. Like I used to, like 10, 12 years, when I first started fucking training, 10 years ago, holy shit. Oh my God, I'm getting old. No, this was like almost like 17, it's like 2001, 2002. I wasn't doing shit right. I gained weight because I was sucking down a lot of calories, but I wasn't doing things properly. I gained a lot of weight. I also gained a lot of fat. Like I didn't do it. I was going for like the visual. I was going for the bodybuilding, put on size. It wasn't from a healthy perspective. This is a culmination. The reason why I can come here every day, the reason why I can talk about this is because of all my experiences, my education in the field, in school, myself in the gym, with clients. Like I just have so much perspective from teaching large audiences, teaching personal trainers, opening gyms, traveling the country, sitting in a classroom. Like I know these different aspects, teaching certifications, taking certification. Like I've done it. I know what's out there, and I know where the, I know how this machine is working, and it's fucked. It's really fucked. I'm trying to unfuck it. Papa Swolio, Swolenormous is about the unfucking of the fitness industry. Gonna unfuck the industry. Ooh, new slogan. Swolenormous, unfuck yourself. Unfuck your fitness. Oh, I like it. What do you guys like? Fitness without the bullshit or unfuck your fitness? I can get away with fitness without the bullshit. Unfuck your fitness is a little bit harsh. But I like it. Unfuck your fitness. That might be ending up in my that might end up my Instagram profile today. I like that one. I like it. Perfect slogan. Unfuck your fitness. Yep. Taking it. Mike Pacifici. I started going to the gym and I'm just making up names. Mike, I started going to the gym and watching everything I ate for the past 4 weeks and lost 15 pounds in the process. Bam, bam, and bam. Wow, dude. 4 weeks, 15 pounds. That's about what? 4 weeks, about 4 pounds a week. That's a lot of water weight too, but that's a lot of extra weight that you're carrying around. Good for you, man. Unfuck your fitness. Love it. Done. And it's settled then. Papa Swolio, the unfucking of fitness. The Swole Master of Zen and the Art of Human Body Maintenance. These are all like what subtitles for a book, right? The Swole Master of Zen and the Art. I think I had it in the yoga class that I posted. In the yoga class, the new class that I posted in Swolenormous X, my title was the Grand Master of Gains. I just have so many different names. The Warlock, the Fitness Warlock. Okay. Anyway, for those of you that are, like I said, this Saturday, Nutrition Masterclass, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can learn more, swolenormousx.com. You can even get in with a 7-day free trial. Highly recommend. It's going to be lit. Any questions, any messages, shit like that, hit me up in the DM. I'm happy to answer as soon as I can get to them. And let's see. Go check me out. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, posting some good shit. Follow me in my Instagram story for the daily nips. And I will be, let's see, gonna go finish up, work a little bit on a virtual trainer for Swole X. Got a bunch of content I want to do. Got some new things. New things on the horizon. Oh my goodness. And I gotta walk the dog. She's got to poop and shit. She got poop and stuff. So maybe I'll go live when I go walk her. I don't know. Got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm absolutely hungry and I'm gonna go eat the best foods for me. I want some bone broth, just like you, Flex. I want some bone broth. I want some beef. I want some sweet potatoes. I want some salad. I want some olives. I want some sauerkraut. I'm going to eat the world tonight. And it's weird because it's getting dark so early, so it's pitch black. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's late. I look at the time. It's 6:30. Shit. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, tomorrow, everyone, mark it on your calendar. I'll post up before I go live. I'm going to try to remember. But tomorrow, elimination diet. I want to talk about the elimination diet tomorrow. I want to get your nipples really hard for Saturday because we're going to get into it. So tomorrow I'll talk more about that. If you have any questions about what foods to eliminate and stuff like that, tomorrow is a great time to join in live. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 917 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, Slaycast, Nutrition Cast, Taintcast, all that kind of cast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Remember, swolenormousx.com. Check it out to get access to the Nutrition Masterclass this weekend. And I'll see you all tomorrow for episode 917. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.